Whoa, hey there, it's me, ThornBush, the #1 Tiandi in all of my basement. And today, I have a video that's going to make you say, thank you ThornBush, very cool. So really what I want to talk about today is the Warden x Tiandi matchup, and specifically what defensive tools Tiandi has to deal with Shoulderbash specifically. I see a lot of discussion going on about whether or not the matchup is Warden favored, whether or not it's a 5-5. I personally believe that it is a Tiandi favored matchup, and after I show all of the defensive options you do have to deal with his offensive tools, hopefully I can convince you as well. So rather than starting off with the tool that everybody knows how to use against Shoulderbash, which is Dragon Dodge, I'm going to show a bit of a less known strategy to deal with Shoulderbash, which is actually extremely strong. And that is Tiandi's Backlight in combination with his Dodge Cancel. So what exactly does this Backlight even do? Well, to do it, all you have to do is hold on to backwards movement and press light attack, and your character will do a light attack while walking backwards. And what's strong about this is it turns the hitbox unparryable. So what does this have to do with the Warden matchup? Well, in this case, if you use a Backlight on reaction to a Warden's dodge, whether that be forward or side, the Backlight will actually interrupt an uncharged Shoulderbash. You're able to avoid using the dodge cancel both a partial charge and fully charged Shoulderbash. It beats a feint into guard break, and it beats a dodge forward into guard break. So this only really leaves Warden with one option to try to counter this, and that's to feint into an attack. Well, Tiandi could deal with that too. A fun fact about Tiandi is when you dodge in any direction, your guard will swap over to that direction. Unlike a regular static guard hero, whose guard will just remain in the last active stance that you're in. And using the dodge cancel after your Backlight, what this lets you do is dodge into any indicator that the Warden tries to interrupt you with, and you can block it on reaction. And this includes zone, which is especially important because that was one of the biggest complaints about being able to use Dragon Dodge against Shoulderbash. The only counter I was able to find from my testing against this Backlight from the Warden's part was a dodge into an attack, whether that be Valiant Breakthrough or into a light. So next up is Dragon Dodge. I saw a bit of misinformation about a feinted Shoulderbash into guard break being able to catch a Dragon Dodge. That's not true. If you react as quickly as you can to orange, it will both beat the feint into guard break and you'll get the punish. If you use Dragon Dodge on reaction to orange, it will beat every delay of Shoulderbash except for fully charged Shoulderbash. It didn't used to be like this. I think the recent iframe change to Dragon Dodge caused this to happen, but that's what we're going to have to deal with for now on. Thankfully, if you react to the Warden's dodge rather than the Shoulderbash to begin with, you can do the dodge cancel out of Dragon Dodge to avoid that fully charged bash. Since you can hard or soft feint Dragon Dodge, you can't be baited for a parry either. Tiger Dodge can beat Shoulderbash feint into guard break, an uncharged Shoulderbash, and some varying degrees of partial charge Shoulderbash. It does trade with the hyper armor of fully charged Shoulderbash, but at least it trades unlike Dragon Dodge, who just gets interrupted. Of course, this is the riskiest of all options because the Warden can just feint into a parry. And that about covers it. Between these three different defensive tools, Tiandi has a pretty wide array of options to deal with Warden Shoulderbash, which makes it pretty difficult for the Warden to actually attack in this matchup. For that reason, I would consider this matchup probably about a 6-4, maybe 6.5 to 3.5. Of course, there is the argument that Tiandi doesn't have that great neutral pressure himself, so he can't really go on the offensive against the Warden, but because of just how strong his defensive options are in this matchup specifically, I would consider that to be the defining aspect that wins Tiandi out in the long run. But with that, I hope that everybody enjoyed. I have more videos planned to get out over the holiday break, and of course, Dull and I are continuing to get our mod work done and try to hit all of our comp sub goals to be done by 2019. So, I hope I'll see everybody in the next video, and I'll see you next time.